Good evening, students. Today we are going to discuss about velocity time graph. In last class, we have discussed about distance time graph and its uses. Today, velocity time graph. So, in velocity time graph, we have three types of velocity time graph. First one, when object is moving with uniform the object is in uniform motion or with constant velocity. When object is moving with constant velocity. So let us try to understand it with the help of a graph and a table. So I am drawing a table. Suppose the velocity is given in meter per second and we have taken time in second. Suppose this type of table is given. Time in second, 10 second, 20 second, 30 second, 40 second and 50 second, and the object is moving with a velocity of 40 meter per second. So what you conclude from this data? Velocity is changing with time? No, velocity is not changing, because in the first 10 second, if you see, the velocity is 40 meter per second. After 20 seconds, same velocity. After 30 seconds, same velocity. So if you will plot a graph in this case, so as we know, we take time on x-axis and on y-axis we take velocity. Isn't it? So if you will draw graph, this is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like this. Here you can mark 20, 40, like this. And if you will plot a graph, so in first 10 second, the velocity is 40, then in 20 second, again same velocity. So in this way, if you will join the points, you will get a straight line graph, isn't it? Like this. So when object is moving with constant velocity, or we can say that when object is in uniform motion, the velocity time graph is a straight line parallel to time axis or parallel to x-axis. Now what we can calculate from this graph? Is there any use of this graph? What is the use of this type of graph? So as we have learned earlier, what we can calculate? The ratio of velocity and time will give acceleration, isn't it? So in this case, what will be the acceleration? Slope of velocity time graph will give acceleration. So acceleration generally velocity by time. A graph is a straight line parallel to x-axis. So here slope of VT graph is 0. Slope of velocity time graph is 0. There is no slope, isn't it? So if there is no slope, it means acceleration is 0. This is also true because velocity is constant, velocity is not changing. So if velocity changes, then there will be acceleration. Here velocity is fixed with respect to time. It is always 40, 40, 40. So acceleration is 0. So here acceleration, we can say that yes, it is 0. Second thing which you can calculate, that we can calculate the magnitude of displacement from this graph. Magnitude of displacement, because as we know, velocity is equal to displacement by time. So we can say that displacement is equal to velocity into time. Now suppose you have to calculate the magnitude of displacement between any 2 points. So I consider 2 points on the graph. Suppose this is point A and this is point B, and we draw perpendicular on x-axis from this graph, this line graph. So suppose this is one perpendicular, and from B draw another perpendicular, isn't it? You can name it as C and D, and this cut the time axis. So mark these points as T1 and T2. So how we can calculate the magnitude of displacement between point A and B? It means you have to calculate the area, isn't it? So the distance, moved by the object in time interval T2 minus T1 will be simply S is equal to, we have to mark this as AC. AC represents the velocity and this represents the time. AC into CD. So how much AC is? AC is 40 and CD can be written as T2 minus T1, and substitute the values T2 minus T1. So T2 is 40 and here T1 is 20. So it will be 40 into 20. So 800 meter. Roughly. This is an example. This is an example. In our case, we have calculated the distance travelled by the object between time interval T2 minus T1. So these are the uses. Now next type of graph. Now we will discuss another type of graph. Second one, Second one, when object is moving with uniform acceleration. When object is moving with uniform acceleration. So recall the definition of uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration, it means velocity is not fixed, not constant here. Here velocity changing uniformly with respect to time. So again we are considering a table. So this time take another table. We have taken velocity and time. So when the velocities are 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 like this, and time we have taken 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 like this. So look at the table. When time is 0 second, velocity is also 0. When time is 10 second, velocity is 5 meter per second. When time is 20 second, velocity is 10 meter per second. When time is 30 second, velocity is 15 meter per second. When time 40, velocity is 20. So from this data it is clear that after every 10 second there is an increase in velocity. Velocity increases by 5 units, 5, 10, 15, 20 like this. It means velocity is not fixed. It is increasing uniformly with respect to time. In such case, we will draw a graph. So take y-axis and suppose this is x-axis. So mark the time. We always take time on x-axis, and here on y-axis we have taken velocity in meter per second. So it will be 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 like this. And on y-axis we take 5, then 10, 15, 20, 25. Now with these values try to draw a graph. So if we will draw a graph, first at beginning, it means when time is 0, velocity also 0. When time is 10 second, velocity is 5. When time is 20, velocity is 10. When time is 20, velocity is 40 like this. So you will get the points like this, and if you will join these points, if you will draw it with a scale, you will get a straight line graph, isn't it? So again, graph is a straight line, but in last case, graph was parallel to time axis, x-axis, isn't it? Here, graph is not parallel. It makes some angle with the x-axis. It is inclined, although it is a straight line. So our conclusion is, when object is moving with uniform acceleration, velocity, time, graph is a straight line inclined to time axis. Now again, what are the uses? First, that you can calculate the magnitude of displacement from this graph. Uses are, you can calculate the magnitude of displacement, and you can also calculate the acceleration. So suppose we are considering 2 points. First, mark the points as A and B. So we have chosen 2 points A and B. From A we have drawn a perpendicular on x-axis, and from point B also. These perpendiculars cut the x-axis at point D and C. Okay children. Now to calculate first the magnitude of displacement from this graph, we can say that the distance traveled by the object between time interval t2 minus t1 will be. So this will be equal to simply area of figure A D C E B, isn't it? We have to calculate the area of this portion. Now I have divided this portion into 2 parts, into a rectangle ADCE and a triangle AEBE. So it can be written as area of rectangle ADCE plus area of triangle AEB. So as you know, area of rectangle is length into breadth, so it will be AD into DC, and area of triangle will be half base is E, and height is this B, and AD is how much? So AD is, now we are giving the value from this graph. So AD is 0 to 10. It means AD is 10. How much DC is? DC is the time interval. You can mark it as T1 and T2. So this is 40 minus, DC is 40 minus 20 plus half. A is how much? A is again 40 minus 20. And how much BE is? BE is this distance. So it will be 20 minus 10. Here the difference of velocities, that is 20 and this is 10. So 20 minus 10. So it will be 10 into 20 plus half into 20 into 10. So it will be 200 plus 100 is equal to 300 meter. So this is the distance covered in time interval t2 minus t1 or between point A and B. Similarly, you can calculate the acceleration. Second thing that you can calculate is acceleration. So as we have done that, we are calculating velocity from distance time graph. That velocity is s2 minus s1 by t2 minus t1. Here simply it will, acceleration will be v2 minus v1 by t2 minus t1. So if we are calculating acceleration between points A and B, so substitute the values. So suppose this is v1 and this is v2 at point A and at point B. So v2 minus v1, so it will be 20 minus 10 and t2 minus t1 is 40 minus 20. So it will be 10 by 20, so 0.5 meter per second square. So this is another important use of velocity time graph, that we can calculate the magnitude of displacement and we can also calculate acceleration from it. Now in next class I will tell you some other varieties of velocity time graph.